Welcome to another 10 to 10 for 10 training and leadership development. Today, we're going to just do an open Q&A. We're recording it. We'll go about 10 minutes and then we'll close it out. All right. Who would like to go first? We got a hand up. We have a hand up from Steve Thompson. Your hand's up, Steve. Go ahead and unmute and speak.
Okay, we had a little discussion today, and we were a little confused because we almost think we've heard two different things. When you do the dollar two program, did the people bring one with them, or do we bring one?
Okay. So everybody that joins Pool Match Me website, they're gonna join in something called a waiting pool. Okay. So
Right.
that's free. You get into the waiting pool for free. It's just
Right.
you just basically sign up, probably fill out a small, sign up
But
process, right? And then at that point you're going to the waiting pool. You won't see anybody. You'll just be in the waiting pool. You'll know you're in the waiting pool. And then to get out of the waiting pool and to go into the matching area, you have to refer somebody into Pool Match Me. Now they join.
would that be
Let me
would
finish.
would that be for the people that are going in, or us?
It's for everyone, sponsor, referral alike. It's and it's not designated. You don't have to bring a special kind in. It just has to be a living, breathing human being that's interested
Okay.
in what we're doing, regardless if they're interested in being a referral or being a sponsor. That don't matter. But everyone, in order to benefit from Pool Match Me, you've got to contribute to Pool Match Me with one free referral. Get one referral in, and then you can get out into the matching area. Make sense?
I see. I see.
Okay.
So it's both sides.
It's both sides. Has to be
Okay.
balanced, right?
We just weren't 100% clear on that.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be on the website. It'll be very clear in the beginning to the website.
Okay.
That's
I see.
that's how it works.
Thank you.
I was given a little snapshot of what it kind of looks like already, and I put that into the Telegram group. Some of you have seen that snapshot. All right, moving on to Nick. Nick's got his hand up, so I'm calling on Nick now. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, I was wondering about what pool are you talking about that the $100 and you get two
Two
referrals
referrals in
under
the
you?
$1 pool, right?
It's just the $1.
Yeah, it's the $1 pool. Yeah. So it's just
Gotcha.
it's only that option. So you're paying $100, and that's technically something that will work globally better than any other pool, right? The $10 pool, there's probably 180 countries in the world that people couldn't participate in the $10 pool. It's just economically not going to work for them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Whereas the $1 pool is pretty universal, right? So pretty much anyone from any country could be a part of the $1 pool. And when they're in the $1 pool, we want to encourage people not to sign up two people. If you're in the $1 pool, you should have the encouragement to sign up 10 people like in your first week. Join us, get in, and then get 10 people to join us in your first week. You see, with that kind of push, some will, some won't, so what? But we'll have enough strength coming from that level of push. See, you put the bar here and they shoot for it, right? But you put the bar way down here, it's not inspiring. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
people joining $1 pool should, I don't care if you're in the Philippines, it's where I'm located, or the Africa or Latin America or wherever a lot of these people are, that will end up coming in like droves, right? Like I said, I believe we'll have 1,000 people joining every day before the end of the month, before the end of July. Okay. So we're only days away, as far as I'm concerned, 1,000 people joining every day in pool funding. And it's going to have a lot to do with that. The $1 pool is something everybody can do. And it's just putting together $30. And some people don't have $30, And that's where Pool Match Me is perfect for them, because the sponsor is paying $100 and $60 of that 100 is allocated to pay for those 2 referrals, $30 each for their onboarding. So the money will be given to the onboarder. The onboarder then will send it over to the person joining, and then the person joining will have their $30, and it came out of the sponsor's pocket to begin with, and they're paying $100 for the service. So the referral super happy because they didn't have to wait to accumulate $30 to get started, right? And but they know plenty of people that have $30 handy, and they can go talk to those people and get them signed up. Does that help clear up everything for you, Nick?
Yep.
All right, good. How do you feel about that answer?
Yeah, I mean, I think the $1 pool is really great place to start.
All right, great. Appreciate the support there. We have another hand. That would be our Samuel. Hello there, Samuel.
Hey Ace, how's it going?
Super
So,
fantastic.
so I am in the same group as Miss Catherine who spoke earlier.
Ah, you're
So
here. You
we,
are here.
yeah, we have a huge miscommunication somewhere,
Okay.
and I was wondering if you could shine a light
Love to.
and briefly explain the money flow. What happens from the moment that I send to the point to where I receive?
Well,
Like, what is happening to that money?
are you talking about the operating budget?
Because you talk about a $10 pool, and originally when we were watching the videos, we understood we were sending $10 and getting back $10.
That's correct.
And apparently it's send $10, get back $1.
No.
So
No.
yeah,
Okay.
it's not making sense to us. So I was wondering if you could
I'll just
make it
for the
make
sake
sense.
sake of time, I'm going to give you a brief explanation, but there are videos
Okay.
on my YouTube channel that go in great depth on this already. Okay. You just have to kind of hunt through the list there and find them. Okay. But the $10 pool, first of all, each pool stands on its own, right? The $1 pool stands on its own. It's got its own coin. The $10 pool stands on its own. It's got its own coin, right? So they don't mix. They're separate from each other. So, but the mechanism is the same. And that is anytime that you push that button, whether it's for the $10 or the $1, anytime you push the button that says pay now, it's calling up your MetaMask wallet usually, and it's going to do a payment in USDT. And then the $10 pool, that payment's $10, and the $1 pool, it's $1. Okay. You do that every day. Now, a couple things happen when you push that button. You push that button, you complete the transaction by confirming it on the MetaMask app. Okay. And then someone got sent the money. It could be your sponsor or somebody in the pool, one or the other. Now, at the same time you do that, you're placing an order to be paid back the same amount, 100%. So $10 out, you can expect $10 to come back to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you have flow here now. But in the case of the $10 pool, we have to just be transparent with, what's happening now. And that is that you make a payment today, the pool will take probably 3 to 4 days before it can pay you back because the pool's not on a timer. Does that make sense? Now, when you get referrals, they are on a timer. Okay. So they will pay you every day. Okay. Because they're on a timer. Consequences happen when you don't pay on time. Okay. So, that's why you want to get your referrals as quickly as possible. You don't want to let time pass. You want to hurry up and get referrals because people pay better than the pool. And the pool should just be seen more like as a gratitude thing, show gratitude by making a payment, receive gratitude by receiving back a payment from the pool, right?
Like getting a bonus.
Whenever it comes, right? You know what I'm saying? And then in the meantime, you're out there trying to get referrals so you can create a steady structure that pays daily. That cleared up for you?
There's some, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
how new are you?
Still in the research phase.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we're only 3 days. We're only 3 days in, and still
you,
haven't made a deposit only
yeah,
because
you haven't
we
joined
don't
yet.
have the information. Yeah.
Oh. Have you guys taken the course yet?
Yes.
Yes.
So you completed the course, and so you're at the point
Yes.
of just technically you're kind of jumped ahead by coming into the training, because technically the training's for members, not for people that haven't joined yet. So
Oh, trust me, we're joining. There's no doubt there. So
yeah,
it's just
but
getting all
we're-
the
have-
things in order.
we're not hiding anything. We're super. I wouldn't even say we're super. I say we are extreme. We are extremely transparent, right, guys?
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but
Yeah, super.
Yes.
Extreme transparency, and we put our stuff out on YouTube and dig into that, because there's the course, but there's so much better stuff out on YouTube. The course just kind of gets you wets your whistle, as they say, creates an appetite. Now you can go feast out there on YouTube and see a lot of stuff. But at some point, you're going to connect with someone that actually shows up to the training every day. You gotta go up the chain and figure out who that is, because they're probably not inviting people the right way for them to show up here, and we need to fix that on your leg. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. That and our upline's not very detail oriented, and
Okay.
both
Yeah,
me
talks in
and
riddles.
Catherine, yeah, we tend to be very analytical people. so the
Yeah.
numbers weren't adding up that they were giving us, so we're like, okay, so something's not making sense here.
I know.
So we
Just-
decided to go to the source to get the real answers.
Just remember this: when it comes to the numbers, I always like to put a dollar sign in front of whenever I see a number. I just picture a dollar sign. I don't care if it's 2 apples. I see a 2, the dollar sign 2, and apples. But anyway, the money, where's it coming from? Okay, so are we just shuffling other people's money around? No. When you really look at the source of this, it is coming from the market, and we're just like a Fortune 500 company pulling out money by selling off little bits of in our case, the coin. Fortune 500 companies getting little bits of their stock, right? They're holding the majority of the stock. Usually the company itself is the majority stockholder, and they sell little bits of it just to meet things like payroll and other things. So that guy sitting in that desk at that corporate office, he's not a trader, but if he traces back where he got his money from, it was the market. Okay. So we're not really doing anything different than that. We are pulling money out of the market. And right now, between PFI and PFB, we're something about 300 billion, something pretty in the neighborhood of 300 billion market cap between those two coins right now. So that's great. There's 10 million PFI coins. There's 1 million PFB coins. And you look at the market cap. So I look at that as that's for you guys. That 300 billion is for you. And we're just going to keep expanding our ability to pull money out as we grow in number and our buying pressure becomes more consistent, right? It's a matter of time against people, right? How many times people make a payment, and they're purchasing the PFB and PFI to make their monthly payments or to buy assurance or some of the other things that might come around. But that puts that positive buying pressure on it, so that when we go to sell it and then distribute those as guarantees, that's how it actually works. And a lot of this is explained in detail for those that are analytical on YouTube. Just have to kind of just look at the title of the video and you'll get a feel for which one might fit what you're looking for. Spend a little time on the YouTube channel. Okay.
We did some searching today on your channel, and I was going through a bunch of videos. I even came across one, I believe you also had on there, showing how to go in and do the onboarding, and
Yeah.
you had to have the BNB. What I didn't understand about it though was that for the BNB, do I have to create separate accounts for the BNB, so it works for all three, like the 1, 2, and 3, like when you come in? Or does it pull from the main one?
how new are you to crypto?
Oh, no, I'm definitely seasoned, so, but
So you know BNB.
as far as MetaMask,
the-
MetaMask, I'm new.
New to MetaMask. Okay. I can see the angle of the question. But as far as BNB, the purpose of BNB is to cover the transaction fee is somewhere between 6 to 9 cents, usually 6 or 9 cents, typically per transaction. If you're doing a send, if you're doing a
Okay.
swap, it could be 20 to 50 cents per swap, depending on what you're swapping.
So, okay, so I understand that. But one being money and one BNB, I don't have to have separate ones for the different accounts, right? Or the different like levels of one account.
So look, think of MetaMask not as a wallet, but think of it like an app, right?
Okay,
And inside the app, you have accounts, and each
Right.
account has its own separate wallet address. And so each
Right.
account, it can have different coins in each one, right?
okay,
So you don't have to have all the same coins in every single one of those accounts. That's up to the user how they're going to use the app. But in the case of what we're doing with the master account and the 2 sub account strategy to eliminate the frustration of getting qualified by just having 3 accounts and self-qualifying without the need of coordinating with other people. Does that make sense? So that's the
Sure.
purpose of that strategy. And so you need to have 3 different wallet addresses, right, inside of the
okay. That's why it
MetaMask.
was confusing to me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, that makes sense now. Yeah,
And it's just a strategy. You don't need 3
Okay.
accounts. You can just have 1 account.
sure.
But the
But
problem
that's why
is,
it was confusing me because I didn't plan on doing 3 accounts, so that's why it was confusing me. Going, okay, that doesn't make sense.
yep. And here's the thing: we tell people you need an operating budget of $300 in order to basically be in the $10 pool. You'll also be in the $1 pool too on that $300. You don't need $330 to be in both pools. $300 is enough of an operating budget to be in both the $10 and the $1 pool together. Okay.
Okay,
And the idea of having an operating budget, if you do it properly, that's just a one-off. $300 in, and then watch it grow. 500,000, 5,000, 50,000, $1 million. Okay. And all that
Right.
came out of your pocket was the original 300. Okay.
so now if somebody comes in with $30 and then decides later that they can afford to do the 300, do they just pay the difference or do they have to do the whole 300?
Right. What a person may do, they may end up with 3 three accounts in the $1 pool, but may elect to only have 1 account in the $10 pool, right? Because you don't have to have sub accounts. It's a strategy, right? The strategy may
Right.
not be necessary if you've got people trained on making their payments every day and you can count on them. They're reliable and they know they'll always protect it with assurance. Then you may go from the $1 pool with $30, and that person go all the way to millionaire status just by scaling up from pool to pool to pool, right? You only
Even
need
at $30.
four people, 4 solid people in the $1 pool, moving into the $10 pool, 100 up to the $1,000 pool. And yeah, people will literally come in with out of pocket $30, scale all the way up and be millionaires too, even though
Oh, wow.
they started with just only
Okay.
$30 out of pocket.
Okay, another
Hey,
question. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
just real quick. I think that's where we're having a hard time connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Because we were told we needed $300, but then when we watch the videos, all the videos are telling us we're just moving $10 back and forth. So how do we go from 300 to $10? Like,
Well, think of it like
what are
this.
the other $290 being used for?
I think you're missing the part about the 4 referrals and they're paying you, right? So you got to break that down, right? So picture this. You got 4 people paying you every day. Now, if you happen to be in the $1 pool, you're collecting $4 every day. That makes sense?
Correct.
And if you're in the $10 pool, you're collecting $40 every day, right?
Correct.
And if you're in both of them, you're collecting $44 every day, right?
Correct.
Okay. It's the same people. And so every day you have to make a payment. Okay, you're paying out $10 every day, probably to your sponsor in most cases. And in the $1 pool, you're paying out $1 every day. Again, probably to your sponsor. Okay, now, so you got $1 going out and $4 coming in, that leaves 3, right? So ultimately, with just 4 people, you got $90 a month coming in on the $1 pool. But for the exact same effort, Samuel, you could be in the $10 pool, and instead of collecting $90 by the end of the month, it could be $900. Exact same
Oh, I
effort.
like that.
How do you want to pay yourself? It's up to you.
900.
But for that pool, I'm sending 10 or I'm sending 100.
You're
No, you're only sending 10.
the $1
I'm
pool.
only sending.
The $1 pool, you send $1. The $10 pool, you send $10 every day.
Okay.
In the $100 pool, you send $100 every day. In the $1,000 pool, you send $1,000 every day.
But those two aren't ready yet.
Well, the 100 will be here in July.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And the 1,000 will be probably October.
Hey, if I may say something, I think what Samuel was confused about is why it takes $300 to participate in the $10 pool.
Correct. That was my question.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, he just couldn't spit
it's-
it out.
okay. It's because you need to have some breathing room for you to get referrals. So you may not need, when we say it's a budget, does it necessarily mean you spend all of it when you use the word budget? You understand why we use the word
Correct.
budget?
Correct.
Some people
Yeah.
may only use $200 of the budget and might be sitting on the other $100 and never use it because they got 2 people joined on their first day, and within 3 days they had another 2 people signed up, and they never really tapped into the other part of their budget.
Okay,
It
that makes
just
so much more
stayed
sense.
in your wallet.
I see. So without referrals, I'm sending $10 and I need a cushion, advisably $300 to cover the days that I don't have referrals. I'm sending those $10 out.
And
Correct.
the days that you didn't get paid back by the pool because the pool's not paying you every day. Those sub accounts are not a replacement for people, because the pool is not on a timer. The people are. And so because of
Right.
that $300 budget is meant to give you about 2 weeks. You get about 2 weeks to get 2 referrals solid, making payments every day to you, so that you are in positive flow from that point forward. But if you only
Otherwise, your
get one,
budget's used
if
up.
you get 0 or you get 1, you're going to have to add to your budget in 2 weeks.
Now, just to play devil's advocate a little bit, if this is a decentralized system, how does the system know whether it's a sub account or a real referral?
All right, that's an interesting question. But before I answer that, is there
Uh-huh.
someone else that's interested in raising their hand? Because normally I'd only give people a chance to ask one question instead of like, because is there, I just want to be fair to other people that are here.
Sure.
Okay, so we have Deanna. So I can remember your question, Samuel, but let me just grab Deanna's question first. Okay,
Absolutely.
just to be a little bit fair to everyone. Deanna, you have a question.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are
Um,
you?
I'm good. My only question is, once I guess we've gotten the cushion from sending and receiving money from the pool, how do we pull that out of our wallet if
Great,
needed?
great question. Okay, so basically, most people went from like paper money through like maybe a credit card or banking somehow, you know what I'm saying, into the crypto wallet, right? They went that way. And you can reverse that by going back into a card or a bank account. From MetaMask, you can attach it to that, okay, so that it will actually convert back into something that you can use, like US dollar, right, in on a card or right into your bank account where you could then withdraw it as cash if you wanted to, paper money.
Okay, and because I wasn't gonna ask, but I was listening. Is there something in the on the YouTube channel that probably goes into a
Yeah,
little deeper
There-
to
There's
do that?
there is, but if you just click on, there's inside the MetaMask wallet, there's a button that says buy and sell, right? So
Yes.
the sell button is selling back into paper money. Click on it
Oh,
and see what happens after you click on it.
okay.
It's going to
I
start
just
asking you
wanna click
questions about which bank account are we going to attach this to? What it's going to start to want you to connect the wallet to something that then it can transfer money to that bank. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's thank you. That's helpful.
Okay. Yeah. Of course, there's a way in and there's also a way out. This is not the Hotel California. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Great question, Deanna.
Don't you have to
Appreciate it.
connect an exchange to the MetaMask in order to get money out? I thought you couldn't direct a bank account directly to MetaMask.
It's we're kind of splitting hairs, right? So yeah, I'm just trying to simplify it a little bit.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because I was like, I don't think you can direct a bank account directly to MetaMask. You have to go through an exchange, like Coinbase or one of the other ones if you're in the US.
Usually what I would, if I was giving advice, I would say, okay, it's in your MetaMask now, go set up a crypto.com account, move it over there, then boom, you're all set. That you can get the card, use it at the ATM, right? That's what I would recommend if you're in the US, but probably anywhere actually. All right. All right, so I'm going to go back to Samuel's question. He was asking about how does a decentralized system know whether something is a sub account or something is, a real person or whatever? Well, look, I got like a phone here, 250-558-8, whatever. So I'm mute you. Okay, not sure who that is. All right, so let's just be clear how we're using the terminology when we say decentralized, okay? What we're saying in this particular case is that each of you have a MetaMask wallet, and I and nobody at the administrative level of pool funding in any capacity has direct access to any one of your wallets. So tell me if that makes sense so far, Samuel.
Yes, I
Okay.
understand.
So we're operating in USDT. That's what's circulating. Okay. And so it's not in one central pot. The USDT is not sitting in a central pot and we're all throwing money, all throwing USDT into a central place. Make sense?
Correct.
So as far as where the money is decentralized. Okay. That is in each of your wallets, making it impossible for, even if I wanted to, I would not be able to grab people's money and run off with it. This is what people are afraid of with centralized systems, is that they're sending a bunch of money to some guy. And then at some point, the guy's like, this is enough. I don't need to work anymore. I'll just take the pot and run with it. And this has happened over and over and over again. We've seen it so many times. And so this is why decentralizing the money is so valuable to people, because they want to feel safe when it comes to their money. Right?
Correct.
Okay. But we're on the internet. Okay. And anytime you click on anything onto the internet, you're sharing information about who you and what you and all that are, right? You got cookies and you got all this kind of stuff, right? And so our website, okay, it's not a decentralized information hub. Our website collects information, okay? And yes, we know if someone has more than 2 sub accounts, okay? We do. And yeah, there are consequences of having more than 2. So the information is important. People understand that, if they get away with something for a little while, it won't happen for long, and then be like, You know, they'll be sad in the end that they were trying to cheat the system. But the information comes in centrally into our website, but the distribution of money never touches our website. Not a red cent comes into the website. It's all going peer to peer, wallet to wallet, and the system is just a switch directing traffic, either going to the next person waiting in the pool or the qualified sponsor. It's just a simple switch. Does that make sense?
I understand. Yeah.
Does that help you?
Yeah. I got you, Ace. I got you.
All right, buddy. Because I know you're analytical and all that. I just want to make sure I'm
Yeah.
providing the information that you wanted. Okay.
I have one last question.
We'll wrap it up on that. Okay. What is the
Okay.
last question of
Okay.
our questions?
Okay, so you say 4 people, right? And then
Yes.
I noticed on one of the videos it said if you get a 5th person, it goes down to the second line or second level, whatever, right? And then
Yep.
so forth. So that would be 12 people for a 12, 3 levels, right? That would come down to, correct?
Wait, what?
Okay, so if I get 4 people, okay, if I get a 5th person, it goes to line number 2, right? Or level number
Oh,
2.
you're thinking like a matrix. This doesn't work like a matrix.
Okay, so can you explain how that works then?
Yeah.
So I can get as many people as I want directly?
Yes. 100%.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just that they'll be divided into different accounts. Okay. So think of a shoebox, right? A shoebox is going to hold a pair of shoes, right? You can't fit all 10 of your shoes into a shoebox. Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So your account's like that. It holds 4 referrals. Okay. And the reason for that is that someone that's a super recruiter, you know, we don't want them sucking all the resources of our pool dry with their powerful recruiting skill. Does that make sense?
Okay, right. Going in one line.
Every 4 referrals, they've got to go qualify and get qualified. Each account's got to go through qualification, feed to the pool. Does that make sense?
Ah,
And
okay.
it balances the equation.
oh, perfect.
But you can go as wide as you want, but please don't go wider than you can support.
Oh, that's not a problem.
Okay. So make sure you can take care of whatever you build. All right. Because just signing them
No,
up and
I'm
thinking the
pretty
job's
good at what
done,
I do.
that's not the way to go here. And
Right, right.
I've seen it in so many things that people they're great at signing people up, but they're not good at keeping the team motivated to stay. So it's a revolving
Yeah.
door, right? And don't create that for yourself, because that's just a way
No, if
to
you
lose
already,
to lose your
if
hair.
you already saw what I was doing on, I mean, I know, and I totally get where you're coming from and everything else. If you saw currently what I was doing on another program, yeah, completely opposite of what you're saying don't do. Yeah, completely opposite.
Good deal.
So-
Good deal. I love it, because I've built massive organizations, and it's all based on the idea, support what you build, and I can build fast because I'm good at building support. And it sounds like you might be cut from the same cloth, perhaps. You know, we'll see
Oh,
how
yeah.
it goes. All right, great question. But yeah, there isn't like this spillover where this person's going to go below somebody or anything like that. Yes, you're going to end up with multiple sponsors. That's you, not your referrals. Your referrals are all attached to you, but you
Okay.
will end up with multiple sponsors. Every account has to have a sponsor, right?
Gotcha.
Your sponsor that signed you up, they get the benefit of you plus your 4 referrals on that account. They get the benefit
Oh.
of that. But then
Oh, I just got a nice recommendation from somebody here. I just noticed in the chat. Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. I don't know who that was.
what do we got going on here?
Is that Michelle or a Michael? I can't. I'm looking for
Kelly is the bomb at helping her team.
Michelle.
And the crowd
Thank
goes
you.
wild. right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that's fantastic. Well, look,
That was
we're
awesome.
that kind of we're that kind of group. We're really loving on each other, and you know, we're kind of, you know, we're very sweet to each other, and so that's just that's what we want. We want a world where we get along, right, and we're not looking for
Right.
opportunities to fight over this or that, because abundance doesn't work that way. By definition, abundance cannot be self-contained. By definition, it has to overflow to even be defined as abundance. Make sense?
Makes sense.
And it should be the love that's really overflowing. All right. So as far as like, you sign up 4 people, the 5th person you signed up, what happens is a new account gets created. It's like, I'll just use your name. It's Kylie, right? Kylie?
Haley, yep,
Kaylee, okay.
Yep.
So it's Kaylee 1, and then what happens is then it's Kaylee 1 account 1, okay? Kaylee 1 account 1, and then when you get your 5th person, automatically the software will make you a new account, and it will give the name to it, Kaylee 1 account 2, okay? And then when you get your 9th person, number 9, it creates the 3rd account, and it'll be Kaylee 1 account 3, and so on. But each account has a different sponsor, and the system will assign you a sponsor on the 2nd account, the 3rd account, to infinity. It's assigned. And it's generally looking for someone that only has 1 referral, and finally they can get a pair and get qualified.
okay, perfect,
They become your sponsor.
perfect.
So
Thank you. This has
there
been
you
a
go.
major help. What a big difference. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
Thank
what
you so
happens when
much.
you come to the source. Do you think it's important for people to come to the training and hear it from the source?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank you very
this was a
much.
major help and answered so many questions for sure. So, and
right.
makes the choice of what I'm gonna do much easier. Thank you so much.
Well,
So how soon do we get the recording?
yeah, the recording will be available on the Telegram channel in about 10 minutes.
Yay.
Okay.
Awesome.
And it'll be
Perfect.
on YouTube, of course, as well, as a public video.
Oh, can I know I'm gonna ask one more question, sorry. Okay, I want stuff to put stuff on my own channel, okay, because I got followers. So may I use any of the videos that I find of yours on your channel to upload to my?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I've uploaded them to YouTube in a way that it would allow a person to do that. I'm not sure the rules.
Oh,
of
I can cut out if I need to.
I mean, I don't really know. I don't know if I have to do something to give permission or if it's just automatic. I just upload it and move on to my next task. I got a lot of things to do every day.
No, basically, as long as you're giving me permission to use your videos that you've recorded, then I can be able to do that. It's if I use them without your permission, you came
I-
back and said, well, you didn't have my permission. you
I
didn't follow law."
just put it out there in the public, and if it ends up on my videos end up on another person's channel, I don't care.
Oh, okay. Some people do, that's why I asked.
Unless their intent is malicious and they're using it, but I don't
Right.
see how they could use what I say in full transparency against me, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
So,
well, some people don't like it when you use their videos that they've done because you're taking credit or something away from them. So that's why I'm
Nope.
asking your permission.
all right, well, I'm putting it out here on this particular YouTube video that I'm not restricting anyone's access to what I put out there in the public space. If it's in the public space, use it. But that doesn't
Perfect,
go
thank
for
you.
our logo. Okay. Now
Oh, yeah, I get that.
the pool funding logo is, consider that trademarked, even though it's a process that we're in. Consider it trademarked, and that you cannot just use the logo. But my video, you take a copy of my video and put it on your YouTube channel.
Okay,
Feel free to do that. As long as YouTube doesn't have a problem with it, I don't have a problem with it.
okay,
Okay.
perfect.
great.
Yep, thank
All
you.
right. Okay. All right, Deanna, I hope it's a quick one. If it's going to be a long one,
Well,
we'll just
it's
save it
not
for
a
tomorrow.
question. It's not a question. I just
Okay.
want to make a statement because I do some YouTube training, and just
Okay.
for Katie, if she wanted to use your videos, because YouTube is considered public domain,
Right.
depending on how, like you said, how you upload your videos, if they're public, you can use them, but then there's also a thing called fair use, so that she doesn't use your whole video. She can start her recording and say that part of my training, she's using some of your information from your
Oh,
video.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so she doesn't have to use your whole video.
Well, there you go. There's
Okay,
there's
perfect, thank you.
Yeah, because we certainly don't want you to end up in whatever they call it in YouTube, like YouTube jail or
Well,
whatever.
that's
they
the thing
do.
is but that only happens if somebody reported me for using their video without their permission, which is why I asked your permission ahead of time.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
And I got your permission, so thank you.
You're welcome. And it's out there. All videos that are public, they're public. I create it, put it out there. It's in the public. Spread it around. I mean, I want our information to be out there and people to see it. Okay, thank you all for coming to this particular training, and it was turned into a wonderful Q&A with some insightful questions, not only from members, but some people who are about to be members that are still, currently in the status of non-member. And they snuck into our training here, and then they had their way with me. So there you go. Everything's working out as it should. And I really appreciate all of you that attended here live. And if you caught this on YouTube, while you're on our channel, why don't you go ahead and give us a like for the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything we're putting out there. And we always love positive comments on our videos. So please give us a positive comment while you're there. And now you can all unmute and we can say bye. And we get the gallery view going here. Here we
You
go.
are awesome. Thank you, Steve.
Bye.
Bye.
Tonight.
Bye.
Hey.
See you later,
Mr. Puppy.
everybody.
Bye.